Hi, Islamic Dad here. If you enjoy this channel, please subscribe. It does help me out. I just did a video on narcissism and polyamory. I just had some time and some energy, so I thought I'd make kind of a point 0.5, video to kind of add as an addendum, an epilogue to that. Not necessarily specifically on narcissism, but just kind of like my perspective on polyamory. I have seen, again, I can only go by my experiences and what I've seen in my social circle, but I've noticed that like a lot of people look to polyamory as a panacea. And so they will have their monogamous relationship and they'll say, oh my gosh, my partner cheated on me. Or they'll say, oh my gosh, I was with that person for 2 years and things didn't work out and then I left. And, oh my God, I'm in a relationship and my partner's lazy and won't get a job and, stuff like that. And then they'll go, oh, well, I know, I'll be polyamorous because going polyamorous fixes everything. No, it doesn't. It doesn't. And so that's a very odd thing that I've seen personally where people go into, polyamorous relationships thinking that everything's great, that like somehow poly fixes everything. And so I just thought I'd share some of my, my experiences, my poly friends' experiences. First off, the one that you will hear a lot is jealousy, that monogamous people are jealous and possessive, and polyamorous people are never jealous and they're never controlling. Nothing could be further from the truth. So if you're in a monogamous relationship and someone is irrationally jealous, possessive of you, controlling, they're just toxic. That has nothing to do with monogamy. You're just in a relationship with a toxic, controlling, overly jealous person. It wouldn't matter what type of dynamic you have, it's not healthy. That said, I've seen plenty of poly relationships where people were still jealous, where people were controlling, and where people were possessive. And so this idea that somehow going poly fixes everything, and that somehow going poly, that all the people in the poly pool are super healthy, like they've just been through 40 years of therapy, they've all worked on their problems, and they're 100% perfect. It's not true. You have just as many toxic people in the poly world as you do in the monogamous world. And so that's not a fix. And so again, like I've seen firsthand, one of my dearest friends is very, very poly, and she has been in one bad poly relationship after another. And it's been sad to see because she goes in very hopeful and very quickly finds out that this person that she's in, her like nesting partner, main partner, whatever you want to call it, turns out to be really controlling, really jealous of the time that she spends with other people, not just dating, but just friends and stuff. I mean, so that toxicity exists just as much in the poly world. And so it's very odd to see people acting and honestly perpetuating this lie that polyamory fixes problems and that the poly community is somehow immune to the issues that plague people in monogamous relationships. I mean, again, like anyone that is going poly and trying to be honest with themselves is still in therapy. And when they're feeling jealous or insecure, they tell their partners. But here's the key point. If you're in a monogamous relationship, you should probably be in therapy unless you're already perfect. And if you are, congratulations. But for the rest of us, you need to be in therapy working on yourself. And if you are feeling jealous or insecure or anything like that, you need to have that conversation with your partner. It doesn't change between monogamy and polyamory. Healthy is healthy and toxic is toxic. So that's my 2 cents worth. I just thought that I'd throw that out there because I just made the video on narcissism and polyamory, and I just wanted to make that clear that I go back and forth between monogamous and poly. I'm just one of those people. I don't really care. I just want to be happy. If I'm happy in one, that's great. If I'm happy in another, that's great. I don't care. I just want to be happy. And so I don't have a bias in that respect, but I'm going to call out the poly community for trying to pretend that polyamory fixes all the issues with monogamy and that somehow monogamy is inherently not healthy or something, because that's just not true. So that's it. I hope that this channel or this video has been helpful and that you pick whatever one works best for you. And hopefully this video has been helpful. Thanks.